Not in a literal sense, I don't think that I made any sense. Are we done yet? Are we having fun yet?
What's going on, Roderick? Uh, I'm awesome. How are you? How are you doing? I know it's been a while. It's been a while. What's going on, Uncle Sandwich? I appreciate y'all tuning in. Shoot, I feel you. Yeah, it's a lot of a lot of strange things going on pretty much. You know. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it's like wow, the stuff that's out. you know, a lot of stuff, I pretty much talked about, pretty much playing out. What's going on, Uncle Sandwich? Glad you're doing okay. Yeah, I feel you. You know, I feel you. With all of this madness going on, distractions, recycled information, and you know, same old programs. Well, sometimes the programs shape shift. Same thing, but it's still shape shift. Pretty much. Um, you know. What's going on, Maria? How are you? Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, yeah. I want to tell, I want to touch on a couple of things that y'all can leave your, like how y'all do it. You can leave comments and tell me what's on, what y'all think, what y'all on and stuff. Y'all. Um, oh yeah, a lot of crazy distractions. Oh yeah, Uncle Sandwich. Yeah, pretty much with this mess going on. And I said this like a lot, and I even it goes back to uh, like I said about the Wi-Fi, and I broke down the so-called G's, although that's connected to the code groups. Y'all know what code group I'm talking about, but start with the so-called Masons or whatever that crap, and different other religions. It ain't just the Masons. A lot of people think, oh, it's just the Freemasons. It's other groups that's deeper than them. So, um, but that to me, I feel like that's nothing but a distraction. Just like the actors that you see, you know, you see on the so-called the low frequency time machine. That's what I like to call it. The social media. Um, Pretty much, I was telling y'all that, the I broke it down. I put out a couple of videos talking about the so-called G. 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, the World War I, World War II. Like individuals were talking about dimensions, and of course experimenting on certain individuals, experimenting on different types of generations, and certain timelines are connected with it as well, and certain things play out on the physical realm. So pretty much, I said that I wasn't feeling the I said I wasn't feeling the Wi-Fi inside of the school, although individuals already, setting up certain things, in the previous years, basically decades. The machines always been connected to the physical realm. Like I said, we're inside of a dome, and there's other domes that's connected to certain things as well. So-called planets. But I said that I wasn't feeling the Wi-Fi inside of the school buildings, but individuals pretty much the unknown forces experimenting on the younglings. I said that they wasn't fully developed and they can't handle all of that different radiations and gamma rays and all of that crazy mess. I said that they wasn't fully developed. So I said, in their behavior, it's going to change over the so-called years, and pretty much, yeah, they're changing, and you all see that now. And I said this, some so-called years ago. Uh, wow, what happened? It was like, are y'all still in here? It was like five and it dropped down to two. If y'all get kicked out, just come back in here. See what's going on, Joseph. Uh, but and online, what's going on? Um, Let me know if y'all can hear me. Pretty much, I said, some years ago, individuals are time traveling. They're studying the pretty much they're studying the physical realm. Like it's deeper than the physical. They're studying, the different types of dimensions inside of the DNA. They're still using a previous system. They took over the individuals that used to control the physical realm. The certain dimensions and stuff like that, because the individuals that's running the lying and playing games and manipulating DNA and dimensions and stuff like that. Um, Pretty much they can't reach certain levels. So that's the reason why some of them can't go any higher. So they keep on doing certain things. And I talked about this years ago. I mean, if we're not higher, they can't go into other places because, to me, there's no such thing as high and low. But, some people use it, you know, like uh, like certain energies and stuff, but, like I just said, low frequency time machines, the social media. But, I throw out certain things, but there's no such thing as low and high and greater than and less than and all of that stuff. Good versus evil, it's all connected. It's basically the same thing if you really look at it. So, you're experimenting and you're traveling and you're experiencing things. Um, you know, Basically, this so called system, the unknown bastards, pretty much, they're experimenting and they're checking out the old program, not the old program, but the previous programs, um, and they're like using it and seeing. Basically, they want to see what they can get away with, and they're getting away with a lot of stuff where they can enter the dimensions and different realms and manipulate things whenever you do go to sleep and leave the physical realm, because whenever you do go to sleep you leave the physical realm. Like you leave the physical realm, you're traveling. Like I said in my previous video, if you was to shift, some people say die, dead, death, whatever, in your sleep, you wouldn't know it. How would you know it? So you're traveling, and individuals are manipulating that with the satellites, so you can't get certain things that you're supposed to connect with on many levels. It's like they're blocking that in certain worlds where you can, like, 'cause certain worlds some of y'all can't go because you're still connected to certain things that's connected to the physical realm. Do you feel my signals? So certain individuals got it to where it's blocked and you can't, like, escape the dome and get out and all of that mess. So um like, a lot of people are, talking about, oh well, they're delivering groceries and stuff like that. Well, if you really look at it, back in the Leave It to Beaver days, individuals used to drop off milk and groceries back then. So, it's nothing but recycled stuff. So, like, a lot of people, like, some people don't know that. Some people, like, only individuals that grew up in the 60s and like, from the 60s timeline, or the 50 to 60 timelines and stuff know about that stuff. But this, like, like, this generation don't know nothing about that. But individuals used to always drop off the milk and stuff at the milk or the milkman, the groceries. The doctors used to come to your house and all of that stuff. So, pretty much, like, it's like, individuals are experimenting and using certain things. So what's going on now, and I talked about this several, well, I talked about it a couple of times, pretty much, and y'all know it. So basically, individuals are lying, of course, telling y'all there's a so-called, virus, that's out and is so-called deadly. I was telling y'all this in my previous videos, that I feel like it's nothing but the radiation, and it's this is so-called fifth dimension. But it's like radiation is on the physical body, like, like different chemicals. So whenever, they tell individuals to go get a test, like I said, they're experimenting. They want to see what's on the physical body, seeing if it's, like, really working. But they lying and telling y'all got this so-called virus. Y'all know what virus that I'm talking about. But they telling y'all you have a virus, and this is my theory, and this is what I think. Like, it's a bunch of mess, because it's going on, what, like almost 2 years, and it's the same old stuff. Like, individuals are experimenting. Like I said, individuals already put up the machine, and individuals was dying. And I was telling you all this, like, some years ago. Individuals was, like, dropping dead out of nowhere, and I was saying it's the technology. And I said it's the technology is destroying the individual's immune system. People is catching pneumonia. Like, a lot of people are dying in their sleep. Like, and then, and if you, and if you're experimenting pains in your shoulders or your legs and stuff, individuals know this, or your ankles and stuff. It's the radiation. It's the chemicals and stuff. Like, individuals are putting things out there to make you, like, experimenting, seeing what it can do. Because I was telling y'all there's going to be a different type of race, like, no, not race, but a different type of, like, individuals out there. Like, it's not going to be, it's going to be on another level. And I was telling y'all that it's all connected to the machines and stuff. um and I was telling y'all. But basically, if, like I said, with the radiation and all of that stuff, that's pretty much, that's killing people. But they're using the crown, the so-called crown, and y'all know what I'm talking about. And that's connected to the physical body, the crown on your head, the crown. And and it's connected to your organs. So individuals talking in subliminals whenever individuals put out the so-called the beer corona. That's what individuals are talking about. Like, you see that crown, it's connected to the physical body, and it's connected to certain domes. And I was telling you all that the machines, like, it's connected to certain organs where it could control individuals' frequencies. The heart, like I said on whenever you get on social media, if you like something, you hit the heart. It's connected to your heart, and like I said, the Fonzarella, the thumbs up, pretty much. It's connected to that. So, like like I said, it's like a lot of stuff like individuals are not putting out there. It's like that. Like I said, they're playing games. So pretty much you have to not get caught up into that, y'all. Like I said, it's entertainment to me. I laugh at that, and I laugh at some of the individuals that's putting out information, and of course they're going to promote they're going to still keep on promoting and talking about the shots. And that, like I said, the reason why they want individuals to get that, so it can connect to the fifth dimension and stuff, and it's going to basically control them in other worlds and control their frequency, um, like definitely on the physical. But like I said, whatever you take in, it follows you whenever you travel. So you taking in these different type of programs, and some people are connected, and some people are deep within, and like they're how could I put it? Individuals are like they trust this so-called physical dream realm. That's what I call it, because it's nothing but a physical dream realm. If you really, I mean, dream realm. Like a lot of individuals want to say, "Oh, wake, y'all need to wake up," and all that woke crap. And like I said, yeah, most people are, what woke, wake, whatever you want to call it. Um, and where they're awake and woke inside of the illusion, the programs, and all of that stuff. And before I really get deep into this video, like I sit back and watch certain videos, and I get a good laugh at certain videos. You have certain individuals out here, well, on social media, um, talking about stuff that I talked about 10 years ago or 12, but giving individuals recycled information. See, like I said, I experience things and I see things and I put stuff together, and, you know, uh, and I get pulled in visions. So a lot of individuals want to recycle and talk about, I hear individuals talking about, oh, they're saying stuff like, that's already been out in the 60s and 70s, basically. Like I said, I'm not exposing anything. I'm not exposing anything. Individuals already put out and said, hey, this is what I'm going to do to y'all. Yeah, I'm going to mess y'all up and screw y'all, and, you know, uh, have y'all trapped in certain worlds while we stay ahead. That's what they're pretty much doing. But you have individuals out there talking about, oh, we need to come together. You're not. That's not going to go down. And I get tired of hearing people say that. And I know I'm all over the place. It's been a while, but I'm going to get a lot of stuff out. It's been a while, but it's annoying to hear people say we need to come together. You can't come together with different types of DNA in other worlds and different timelines and dimension. That's not gonna no, no way. And people need to stop saying that crap. Oh, we need to work together. Oh, they're doing this or they're doing that, but stop supporting this and stop supporting that. But you talking all of that stuff, but you still go to the grocery store. You still do this. You're still on social media and stuff. So, if you're gonna use the equipment, use the equipment. Stop, like telling people, oh, well, don't do this and that same old recycle crap. Like individuals talking about, oh, we need to grow our own groceries and stuff, all of that stupid stuff. Individuals depend on the grocery store. Individuals set it up to where y'all have to depend on the system. Like, and I'm not talking about like some of y'all, like, and what I mean by that, it's like on another level. Individuals depend on the physical realm. They think it's just the physical realm, but it's nothing but an illusion, and they depend on the system. And depending on the system, that's not going to get you anywhere. You can be on the physical realm, but you can move and shift on many levels, and individuals don't see that. you know. But at the same time, like I said, you have individuals out there talking that mess, like saying, "Oh, we need to come together and stuff." No, that's not gonna. Mm-mm. They can forget about that. And the individuals want to talk about the straw man and all of that crap. I put that crap together when I watched The Wizard of Oz, the so-called straw man. Now you got these fake ass conscious muppets watching, recycled information and stuff, talking about, the straw man and all of that stuff. And I already said all of this shit ain't nothing but contracts. You sign contracts, pretty much. You sign contracts and stuff, and and I talked about this stuff, already. But you got these fake individuals that's out there thinking they kicking knowledge and putting out information and stuff, and individuals that's connected to the cult groups, they send people out there to give y'all just a little bit, but it's like something attached to it. It's like a spell, like I said in one of my videos. I was like, most of y'all, if y'all see somebody dressed up well and clean cut and speak very well and tell y'all what y'all want to hear, most of y'all are going to go for it. But y'all actually hear, like, a dude that's so-called homeless, and that's not a terrible thing, because that individual disconnected from a lot of stuff. You have some homeless people that's on another level, and they see what's going on, and they can shift and move. They're not connected to this world. So they out here like homeless because they choose to be homeless because they don't want to. They see what's going on. But if a certain individual that's in the streets telling y'all what's really going on and what they experience, y'all gonna look at them crazy. Y'all rather trust the individual that's clean cut and dressed well. And some of y'all, I'm not saying all of y'all, I'm saying some of y'all, and y'all hit that fines button so individuals know that I'm live. Like it's 13 individuals in here, it should be 13. It shouldn't just be, so-called six, because it should be matching, or not, unless y'all just, some of y'all in here just want to, of course, like hijack and mimic my energy and put it out on your platform and acting like you putting out certain information and stuff, because you got a lot of that stuff going on. So, or not, unless some of y'all, like I said, I have creepers and stalkers and stuff. Shout out to y'all because y'all watching. But anywho, um, like this pretty much, what was I talking about? Pretty much, like I said, I'll be going off the top, y'all. Um, Pretty much, like individuals, like, thinking, like I said, they think they're kicking knowledge and stuff. And then they always want y'all to, um, you know, uh, buy something, like, and what I mean by buy something from them, like whenever, like, like whenever I know, I don't ask y'all for anything, like whenever Spiritually Free was doing her thing, I was like, oh hey, yeah, y'all show her some love or whatever. But with me, y'all know I haven't say, I mean, I never asked y'all, like, oh, can y'all give me this? Can y'all give me that? Or support me in this and that? Because I don't need to do that. And like, and you have these fake channels, scheming and recycling information, you know, um, just so that they can eat. And it's nothing but recycled information. Like I said, this shit that they talking about and stuff, they some people on that Malcolm X and Martin Luther King frequency, or the David Icke frequency, or the Alex Jones frequency. Like individuals already put shit out there. Now you got individuals out there thinking that they David Icke's or the Malcolm X's and stuff, and they all like was connected to the cult groups. So y'all not, like, you fake truthers, y'all not spitting knowledge. It's already been done. Like individuals already was on a certain level. They was already connected to another dimension, which it's playing out here. Like the fifth dimension and stuff was already going on, like in the so-called timelines, the 80s and 90s. Now it's playing out. Like they don't put out movies and comedy. They put out movies and comedies with subliminal messages, but it's connected to like individuals' DNA. Do y'all feel my signals? So connected to generations, so the individuals can manipulate and play mind games. So but you have a lot of individuals like talk about, oh, trying to make themselves, look like they, how could I put it? They want to make it like, oh, yeah, the government's doing this to me, and I'm getting, YouTube's banning me. I talked about the COVID crap and all of that stuff, and like, yeah, YouTube probably took maybe one or two videos down, and but that was, they, like, people saying, oh, they suspended my channel just to make themselves look good. That's a bunch of crap, y'all, because I talk about whatever I want to talk about. Of course, um they're not like, with the ads, they're not gonna let me run ads. I don't care. It's not about the money, like they'll stop my ads. Oh well, so what? I don't give a shit. But um but other than that, individuals always talking about, oh, they're watching me. Oh, they're watching me. Shit, they watching every damn body. But like, there's certain individuals, they know who to mess with and who not to mess with. Do y'all feel my signals? So individuals try to make themselves look special, like, like, certain individuals are after them and stuff. And that's nothing but a bunch of crap. And I know y'all see certain individuals and you have these, like I said, these fake conscious Muppets, before, like, Tariq and, that other Muppet, Umar and all of them. Like, individuals want to be on that frequency. Everybody want to be, activists. They're nothing but actors. Like, and then you have individuals want to get on social media, acting like they kicking knowledge and stuff, and they're not kicking nothing. Because they ain't experience it. They just talk about what they see, and they're connected to other programs. They're connected to other programs. So, and I like some of these videos, I just, like I say, I watch it just to get a good laugh, because I'm like, this stuff is like corny, like it's corny, and then, and you have individuals want to act like they're Malcolm X and stuff. Like, when they're kicking knowledge, they're like, hey, y'all, and doing all of that pointing and all of that shit, doing the Masonic symbols and shit like that. And that stuff, I got to laugh at it, and it's like individuals think they know what's going on, and they don't know what's going on. And then you have individuals talking about, yeah, well, in the good book said this and that. We're not supposed to connect to these damn books. Like I said, it's nothing but artificial DNA. What you write down and stuff is nothing but artificial DNA. And that's just my opinion. It's controlling individuals' frequency, and it's connected to these machines. Like I said, we're not supposed to, we're sounds and vibrations, pretty much. Like, we can move on to levels, but individuals choose to stay where they want to stay. So I learned to, like, if individuals want to, stay down in that, uh disturb, in the disturb hallways and see the horror show, let them. That's the way I look at it. That's the way I look at it. But I'm about to read some of y'all's comments and stuff. Let's see what's going on, Gabby. The radiation is bad for the plants and living. Exactly, yeah, exactly, Knuckle Sandwich, and that's what they're doing. They want to destroy the trees and stuff. Like, in my area, they're cutting down the trees. Like, a lot of trees down here, and that should be pissing me off, because I love trees. I really love trees. I think trees are beautiful. I love trees, and they're cutting down the trees and stuff. And I'm like, for what? Like, why? How come y'all cutting down the tree? That should be. I know why, but that should be pissing me off. Like, I don't like to see trees get cut down. I love trees. Um, like, and it's like I said, they're destroying, like, a lot of stuff. And like I was telling you all that, I was telling y'all pretty soon. Oh, let me get comfortable. I was telling you all that the pretty much the meat, it's going to be obsolete. I said this like a couple of years, like, no, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I told y'all that the meat was going to be obsolete. Now individuals are talking about, oh, there's going to be a food shortage and stuff. Like, individuals they're whipping up chemicals and that's the reason why the individuals want individual. That's the reason why they want. That's the reason why individuals got it set up to where, the shots match the chip pretty much match the different things to the machines, because the meat is going to be obsolete. You know, they test things out with the Impossible Whopper, like I talked about, the Impossible Whopper. So pretty much you're going to be getting more different type of chemicals. It's going to be on another level. Of course, we've been eating chemicals, uh, like probably like I said, humans and all of that different types of stuff. There's no telling what we're eating, you know. And then you got individuals talking about, oh, well, don't shop there or don't eat there because they got chemicals. That shit, it's chemicals everywhere. No, you can't escape the chemicals. You can't escape all of that stuff. But if you on a certain level, yes, you can escape it. But if you inhale and exhale, you can break them spells if you inhale and exhale. But individuals are not on that level because they stuck in, certain areas. Like I said, I take in certain things, but I break the spells. But I'm not, like I'm more than the chemicals. I'm more than the chemicals and stuff, I'm more than that. I'm on another level. But individuals, they want to stay stuck on certain chemicals and certain things, you know. So, you have individuals like, oh, don't eat this or don't eat that, or you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. You can do whatever you want to do. Like that, individuals turn certain things into a religion. Most of this stuff is like a religion if you really look at it. Politicians and you got the church people, and yeah, I can go on. Y'all know I can go on and stuff. So let me see. I'll read some more of the comments. Let's see. Oh yeah, Gabby, the birds they pretty much like they was doing that back in 2000 and maybe 12 or probably 2012 or something, maybe 2009 with the birds. The radiation pretty much destroying the birds. They're tested out on all of us. It's not just the so-called uh, earthlings. The earthlings. Like it's like the so-called birds, and they call animals, birds and birds, but you know that's code words to me, birds and all of that stuff. There's nothing but code words, but at the same time, um, pretty much the what was I going to say? Individuals been testing this stuff like since like the early '90s with the machines. Like I said, the satellites inside the ground. Like because there's a bunch of satellites in your community and the towers and you know um, different things in your area. It's been going on. Technology been here since the so-called 1800s. We're inside of a dome. When individuals say, "Oh, we're talking about 1666, for example, or something," like individuals are talking in codes because there was no such thing as 1666. Every like individuals got it to where um, they already had the technology, but they had it to where you can only go to it's like the 1800s until 2000, like for example 2021. Like I said, the slave stories and all that stuff it's nothing but lies. And the so-called history, individuals been talking in codes, but it's still connected to certain timelines. They need to talk about it because it's connected to certain timelines, like because certain individuals know how to shift into other realms and certain dimensions and stuff. So that's the reason why individuals like lie and manipulate individuals for decades. You have individuals actually thinking that it's a such thing as, oh well, it's BC time or 1500s and stuff. Where the proof? How come it's just on a piece of paper? It's nothing but a contract. It's nothing but a bunch of books and stuff. So I'm just putting that out there, and I already talked about most of it. But let me see. Cutting down to there is a lot of meth labs in my area. They is destroying all of them from it. Oh wow, that's crazy, Madonna. I mean, yeah, like like, and that's what like some of like the chemicals that's getting released, like in the air. It ain't just the so-called comedic spells, chemtrails. Um, you have other whenever they burn certain things, like that's the reason why they burn, like in California and stuff, the fires and stuff. But that and I feel like that was to me that I feel like individuals set that up. That's just how I feel about that. But like individuals, whenever they burn something, whenever they was burning trees and stuff, like I felt like they was releasing certain chemicals as well, and certain individuals inhale and exhale and get sick off of that stuff. Not and like I felt like it was merged with the radiation pretty much. It helps shift certain things. And that's why individuals manipulate the weather. Like I said in my previous videos, the weather pretty much, holding individuals back and destroying certain things as well too, the physical realm, because individuals, they don't give a damn about y'all. I mean, but some people actually, you know, oh well, the government and the church and they all care. Like individuals don't give a damn. I always say get your. Uh, I tell individuals, some need to, you know, uh, experience certain things before, or fill out certain stuff. Like don't just jump into anything and stuff like that. But you can't you can't trust this stuff. You can't trust none of these cult groups. You can't trust none of this stuff because where are you at? Your soul and your energy and your DNA struggling in other worlds, not just this physical world. You're struggling because you focus on the illusion. You're focused on other individuals' projects. Uh, you're focused on other stuff, instead of focusing on your DNA and studying yourself. Oh yeah, I feel you on that, knuckle sandwich. I feel you on that. I love seeing the old trees too. Burning. There was a lot of forest fires in my area too. Oh yeah, yeah. Like individuals, you know, um, like I said, set up certain things, and I feel like 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 individuals are, how can I put it? They're in a trance. They're in a spell, of course. The Like most of the people are caught up into the spells. Some of them choose to stay there. Um, it's something, but yeah, like I said, I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. Like it's been a while. It's definitely been a while since I've been on here. So if y'all have anything y'all want to talk about, go ahead and get it in. Like I said, it's 15 individuals. Y'all hit the find so individuals know that I'm live. Hey, y'all said y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me? Oh boy. Okay, thanks, Maria. Did you hear about the fake spaceship launch? Yeah, I heard about that knuckle sandwich. Yeah. Oh yeah, I heard about that. But and like I said, like a lot of individuals, actually think like, oh, there's outer space and stuff, and yeah, and like they're talking in codes actually and stuff. You have individuals thinking like, oh, they're gonna go to Mars. Yeah, it's nothing. Mars, nothing but a code word and stuff. Like I said, individuals know how to shift energies from the physical realm. You know, shift energies out of you know shift energies out of the so-called earthlings, the so-called animals, uh, the cars. I can go on. You know, but at the same time, there's other there's other individuals. How could I put it? Um, that's not connected to this system and projecting their frequency and connecting to other individuals out there, like actually coming to them or showing them signs and certain things um, that's not connected to this physical realm. Certain individuals from other parallel worlds, bringing rain over here. And, like that, I know I talked about the forecast and all of that stuff. Um, that's the reason why they have a forecast and stuff, because when they see rain come from another world, they pretty much like, this is not our rain. We didn't set this up, just to throw that out there. It's not just them. Like a lot of individuals want to praise and give the cult groups credit and stuff and thinking they running stuff, and they not really running shit. All they doing is manipulating souls um, and energies and timelines and DNA. They're not running anything. They're just manipulating stuff. But a lot of people give them credit. Oh, they're gonna do this or they're gonna do that. They just giving recycled information. Like I said, I've seen certain things. So I put it out there. And the things that I put out there, I said years ago, and it's playing out now. I seen stuff that was in the so-called timeline, 2060 and 3000. I still ain't put out a lot of stuff yet. But give y'all certain things. I give y'all certain things, but I seen certain stuff, you know. And certain things I was like, nah, I better not say this. I was like, nah, But that's the reason why I tell you all to connect with, your DNA, you know. Just you, it's fun doing it actually. Like it's like you study yourself. Whenever you study yourself, like to me that stuff is fun. I love doing that. It's like you experience different things, like not just here, it's like other places. I enjoy it. And then like whenever they talk about like the rockets and stuff like that, y'all, like it goes back to like how could I put it, like whenever individuals talk about the like they're talking in codes. Whenever they talk, like everything they talk about, they're talking in codes, but I be decoding things as well. Y'all know when I was talking about they individuals, they've been saying this since the 60s and 70s about getting rid of the guns. Like that's nothing new. Like I say, individuals are experimenting and time traveling, with the previous system. So whenever individuals talk about, oh, they want to get rid of the machine guns, it's not the mechanical guns that they're talking about. It's not it's not the actual gun. They're talking about between the the guy's belt, between the they talking about manipulating that DNA, mixing their DNA. You taking their DNA and you mixing in their DNA. So whenever whenever the child come out whenever the youngling come out the portal, individuals already have that DNA inside of them. And sometimes that DNA can manipulate, and sometimes, and that's the reason why I'm about to take it to another level. I'm about to take y'all there. Like, that's the reason why they want individuals to go to the hospital, because certain individuals already experience certain things from certain timelines. So, you know, pretty much, the individual, like, certain babies be on it, like on that frequency, and that some of them experience certain things, and they were like, oh, we need to get them in the hospital because they might know more than me, or or whenever they grow up, their DNA, we need to, like, because some babies can destroy that DNA, their DNA inside of their portal. It's like they're at war, and then some babies, I mean, some babies choose not to come here. Do y'all feel my signals? But then you have certain babies defeated their DNA, that's from the so-called man, like whenever they put it inside of the portal, that's the reason why they have different, manipulate the drinks and the foods and all of that stuff. I told you I was going to take it there with y'all, and like, and that's just my theory, and that's just how I feel, like, um, that's what's pretty much going on. Like they're talking about, whenever you hear them talking about guns and rockets, they talking about that man's penis to rockets. Like, they're basically saying, it's launching off. We need to shut that shit down, pretty much. But they got individuals thinking like, oh, well, like, yeah, of course it's fake, but at the same time they're talking in codes. Like I said, I decode a lot of stuff, and I was like, oh, I see what's going on with that. Like, they're basically saying they need to put their DNA, that fuel in that rocket, and the rocket is explode. It's basically taking off. You notice a rocket shaped like the penis, pretty much. It's shaped like the penis, and you have, you have, uh, you basically having them saying, we need to control them, and like I said, they have the satellites like the moon and stuff. You have individuals actually thinking there's a moon and a sun, but that's connected to the illusion. Like it carries certain energies and stuff. Like individuals are feeding the moon and feeding the sun. Like pouring their energy. So, like, it's like a big ball. You're putting your energy into that, and so the energy, like, it's not like it's enough to make things grow and make, like, feed certain DNA. Like some of this stuff, like, that's connected to other worlds, other individuals uh can connect to it, if they're not really actually connected to, this system. Like certain individuals connect to something totally different, just to put that out there. It looks like, so crazy in New York, people just getting serious with that face mask. Yeah, like, like that's basically individuals. Like I said, I talked about that like a lot already, but individuals want to test and see what they can get away with the mask and stuff, and it's nothing but a ritual. You know, they like this system want to, and they say this system pretty much saying, oh, they're actually listening, like most of them anyway. So, they, uh, well, Marie, whenever it comes to the chip, like pretty much the chip, of course they use code words. Um, they give like certain individuals, they study that individual, And not every like some people got different types of chips. Like they have like because like how can I put it, like um individuals pretty much whenever it comes to the DNA, they like study them, and they say, oh, well, this individual can't take this chip because um that'll destroy them, and we need them, so we can't destroy them, but we can manipulate and control them. So a lot of individuals, like that's the reason why they experiment, and the individuals have the hospitals and stuff. Like the hospitals to cause the virus and diseases, and individuals, whenever they get a shot or they take blood from them, you don't know what they're actually putting inside of the physical body. But like there's many different types of chips. Like here recently they talk about the alpha and this and that. They're talking in codes. So like women, they pretty much, the woman, uh the ladies pretty much get something totally different, and the so-called, like the females and the males, they get something different. And then you have certain individuals, the transformers, they're basically feeding off of other individuals' DNA. That's what I was just yeah, I'm reading your thing, Marie. That's what I was just talking about earlier. Like I don't know if you was listening. Like basically I was talking about like when I was saying like whenever you take certain things with inside of you, and I'm just talking about every all of y'all or whoever, whenever you take certain things, certain individuals, I was saying like, whenever you take certain things in, like, and that's the chemicals, the kinetic spells, chips or whatever you take, like, or food, it could be like anything basic, it could be anything. I said whenever you take that in, individuals manipulate the so-called the dream realm, and like, I mean, not, no, not the dream realm, whenever you travel and block off certain things where you can't get you can't go anywhere. Like I just like recently, well, I said that not just recently, but I said that a lot, in my videos, like basically saying individuals got you stuck inside of the dome where you can't reach certain levels. You take certain things in, you take certain programs in, and certain things will get you caught up and trapped, and it blocks certain things. Uh, um, pretty pretty much, but like it's not like I was reading your comment, Madonna. Like the minds. That's the reason why I say individuals are clone minded. Pretty much. Like um, individuals already connected to social media and these different apps. So the apps, it's like you project your energy inside of the machines and stuff like that, and certain things can manipulate individuals' DNA. You know, and like so, a lot of individuals out here clone minded. Like for example, individuals already Um, Pretty much they're doing the same thing whenever you watch the corny TikTok videos, the TikTok, you don't stop, uh, TikTok, the mouse ran up the clock mess. Uh, Pretty much, um, you see the same old stuff. Like individuals are clone minded, like the viral words and stuff, and individuals basically looking like they're on a basketball team with the sneakers and in certain outfits. Individuals like are deep into the spells. They're connected with the spells, so they're deep into the spells. So they take that in, and and it's like basically individuals. They're not thinking like it's like they're, how could I put it? Uh, Pretty much dumbed down. Long story short, pretty much dumbed down now. Like they're clone minded. Like individuals out this basically they're doing the same old stuff or recycling other individuals' information. You know, um, Pretty much individuals are clone minded. You can call them robots or zombies, whatever you want to call it. I'll call them clone minded zombies. Um, Individuals already pretty much there. So it's like I feel like sometimes when I visit this physical realm, because I travel on many levels, I'm like I'm surrounded by a bunch of clone minded zombies, and I sit and watch the stupid things that I'm like, wow, this is stupid. Like, and then I'll be like, they don't see this, and I'm like, it just feel like you were in a world full of clone-minded dummies, mannequins. It's like you just like because like when you reach certain levels, you just sitting here like you in a classroom all by yourself. You like, damn, they actually go for this, or they actually, on that, or they still thinking this is really going on. They think this exists. Like, uh, you said that you block Marie. Pretty much all you have to do is to study yourself. You can get out of things. Just study yourself. Like explore and like within yourself. Like don't connect to the illusion because the illusion is nothing but rituals, spells, and uh, other individuals' mess. Explore with yourself. Take time out with it. I mean, well, connect with yourself. I don't like to use the word time too much, but connect with yourself. Um, you'll break it. You'll definitely break it. Yeah, Madonna. Yeah, yep. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, like you have a lot of Yeah, like them corny whack dances. You know, uh, you see, uh, you see that like that stuff to me is like corny. Like they all do it. Like and I'm like, damn, man. Even the comedy is corny. I call it bootleg comedy. It's not comedy. It's just I call it lust comedy, corny comedy. Um, like all they do is just promote sex, talk about sex. It's nothing funny about like this bootleg comedy. It's like they're all doing the same thing. And like I said, like individuals like with the corny, for example, like I said, individuals already was on a time, like certain dimensions. For example, you have like candid camera, and I talked about this like some years ago. Candid camera, where they'd be like, "Oh, you're on camera." Now you got these corny individuals out here. Oh, it's a prank! It's a prank! These corny YouTube videos. Oh, it's a prank and prank and candid camera. I think I said it right. Candid camera. Uh, pretty much, started that. The like MTV was already on. They was on another frequency. So the stuff that MTV put out in the '80s, like they was already on certain levels. So now it's like playing out. Like whenever you had for example, the NWA and groups like that. Like it connected to individuals' DNA and it carried on. So whenever they breed the younglings, it will follow them and it'll keep following them and keep following them. Do y'all feel my signals? Like, for example, like the reality shows and stuff. You had New York, where was it? Jersey Shore, and all of that stuff. The Real World and stuff like that. Next thing you know, the Girls Gone Wild, and all of that stuff. And Luke Campbell from Two Live Crew. You know what I'm saying? Like individuals already put that stuff out. So, like individuals already, like, now these younglings, they're connected to certain timelines. Do y'all feel my signals? But it's like, and whenever I say individuals be putting out certain information and stuff, it's like they're not putting out information, they're putting out programs. They're not putting out information, they're putting out programs because individuals already put it out inside of these the machine. They put it out in the machine, like I said, I know some of y'all watch them little corny prank shows. Oh, it's a prank, it's a prank, going through the communities and all of that stuff. And you have certain individuals putting that energy and want to gain followers on these apps. They got it set up to where, like for example, say it like, say if I really got out there like that, which I am out there, like, and what I mean by that, I'm everywhere, not just on this physical realm, but on this on say for example on this physical realm, if I got 1 million followers on Instagram, they would delete my account. You know why? Because I'm not connected to the corporations or doing the rituals or connected to a cult group. They would automatically delete my stuff if I got 1 million followers. Like, but like if I'm on their team, they allow it to stay up. But if I if I got 1 million followers on my own, and people like, oh, I'm feeling this dude. I like this dude. I'm feeling him. Like say for example, certain celebrities start posting some of my stuff on their thing. They'll delete my account because they'll be like, oh no, we can't have him putting out this because this will pretty much, they'll delete my account. So they already pick who they want, like on social media. And when you watch these fake ass, corny prank videos and certain individuals go out and do certain things, they already connected to the cult groups. The individuals got 1 million followers and get their shine on, they're connected to the cult groups. And you have, the regular so-called earthlings, they thinking like, oh well, I just need to get 1 million followers, and some of them are bots. Most of them are bots. And some of them like, oh, I just need to get 1 million followers and this and that and stuff. And they're not going to get it because they're not connected to the cult groups. If you connected to the cult groups, yeah, they allow you to get 1 million followers and you get ads and you get all of this and that. But at the same time, like if you're not connected to any cult groups and stuff like that, I'm telling you, they'll delete your they'll delete Instagram, they'll delete Facebook, or you start getting out there on the so-called TikTok, they'll delete your videos or delete this and that because they'll be like, nah, you ain't a part of us. So if you ain't a part of us, you ain't gonna get your shine on. Do y'all feel my signals? But pretty much like like I said, like a lot of individuals, like like they were talking about like these fake actors, pretty much individuals already put certain things out. Like I said, with whenever it comes to our shade, like back in the 70s and 80s, individuals was talking about like I guess, well, 80s, talking about Farrakhan and stuff. I mean, shit, Hitler already did that stuff, like, but it was like codes and subliminals. So, like it's nothing new. It's nothing but recycled mess, and like, and it follows individuals, like, that, like, for example, like the NWA, um, they disrespect, call women, hoes and bitches and all of that stuff, like back in the 80s. What do you have this generation doing now? Calling each other bitches, and you got females calling each other bitches and stuff like that, you know. And like kids are out here shooting each other, killing each other when they already practice this. They practice that magic with Boys in the Hood and New Jack City and all of that stuff. And like, and then if you watch other movies, not just that, you can watch Revenge of the Nerds. They already, like, it's all connected to certain timelines. If you watch Revenge of the Nerds, like, they practice that magic already. And this generation, what are they doing? They shooting up each other. It ain't just our shade. You got them hillbillies and stuff shooting up each other too. It ain't just our shade, but they love putting our shade up in the mix. They're not talking about other races and stuff, like maybe every once in a while, but we're in there the most. Our shade. Yeah, I feel my signals, but like individuals already practice that magic, so they already know it was going to follow individuals' DNA, or if they breed, it was going to follow that DNA. Oh yeah, Knuckle Sandwich. I said the same thing too. Exactly. Yeah, that shoot, they already wow. But yeah, you're right about that, Knuckle Sandwich. Exactly. I was just talking about that the other day. Exactly. Exactly. So this thing keep on going out. I don't know why this thing keep fading out. Oh well. But anywho, you know, individuals already set that up. Like I said, the girls going wild, and then of course, they're promoting. Like a lot of stuff. Like you watch movies now, for example. I watch. You know, I watched this one movie. Okay, I'm trying to think of it. Well, yeah, it was a movie, and I started laughing. Like I really started laughing because, I was telling you all, like, the so-called names. If you connect to the names, it's nothing but like it's basically a curse. It's like, if you sit there and say, "Oh, my name is such and such," I'm and put your energy in it, like, and I talked about this, saying that, for example, like, how some guys be like, "I want you to carry my last name," and I want you to do this and that, and I'm like, well, shoot, the ladies are, pushing out the babies, but anyhow. um like I was saying, like, certain names, when you sign certain contracts, it's nothing but like basically like the character. So you're connected to that character, and the names are nothing but a curse. So I watched this movie, and this was like recently. It was a new movie. It just recently came out. Uh, Damn, I can't think of it. I'm trying to think. Uh, Next time I do a video, I'll find out what it is and I'll tell y'all to check it out. And basically, they was talking about what I was talking about, how the names are cursed and stuff, and how they was doing certain rituals and stuff like that with the names and stuff. And I was like, well, I was telling individuals that a long time ago, and they put it in a movie, and I just started laughing. I was like, wow, I just said this like some years ago. Like even some of the stuff that I talk about, they're putting it in movies now. Like but they're doing it like on another level, you know. Hold on, somebody's calling me. I have to call back in a second. Oh yeah. Well, if I'm gonna get off of here, y'all. Oh shoot, yeah, I got to get off of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Um, I will definitely see y'all around. Clear.